Hello. So good news on the Steelheart front. Currently sitting at 84%. Which is pretty good. It's about to be. He's right, like just off screen. Thank you for the streak. Silk Slop. Missing technically 2 spools. One of them's gonna be from the fleas, I think. Pretty sure. I have no idea where the other one is. Also, it's really weird seeing a completely unfilled out map. Makes it a lot harder to know where I've been. Do need to do that. But yeah, 84%. We're missing 2 skills here. I don't remember. I know where one of them is, and that's Act 3 only. The other one, I don't remember what it is. We're probably missing a handful of base tools, I'm sure. But it can't be much. Most of it's like I'm missing craft metal. But yeah, we're pretty much there. I got the Growstone, the Steelheart specific magical item. I could sell this for money, or I could consume it. Why would you be able to consume it? In Steel Soul, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm also missing a pouch capacity. I don't even know where that is. Anyway, that's where we stand on that. Second Sentinel's dead. Well, not dead, defeated. If you're hungry, you can consume it for a snack. Second Sentinel, I will admit, I spammed Cogflies pretty much the entire fight. Fun fact, you can actually have 4 Cogflies ready and then sit at a bench immediately to rebuild them. To basically get a free 4 bonus Cogflies. And then just go nuts with tools, even with Wanderer's Crest. Zoom, thank you for the Pib party. No, apparently... Yeah, they don't reset unless you take fast travel. And then they're gone. But yeah, if you pre-build up to your max, which is 4, then you can sit at the bench and max out again. And then just wait for those to deal their damage. Spam another 4, repeat. But apparently I'm missing a pouch. What pouch am I missing? What pouch I didn't... Mort's sold out. Pretty sure I got... Lottie's upgrade, and I definitely got Grindel's. Oh wait, no, Grindel is the one that sells Morts if you don't get it. I did ride to the... No, that's Polyp Pouch. Dead Bugs of Farloom. Oh, it's a flea. It's yeah, okay. I gotta get the fleas moved up to Fleetopia. Fraud! Actually, Dr. Pepper is pretty good. I'm trying not to have much Dr. Pepper. So true, Al. So true. I'm the Growstone is really good for being able to spam tools a lot more. Pep head. That's that? No, that's a legit thing. For those that love a delicious Mr. Pep. I'm trying not to do too much soda. I have a weird heart thing, which isn't dangerous, but it's uncomfortably weird to be aware of your own heart. And it just gets worse with caffeine. So I try to just limit myself to special occasions like Burger Day. Burger Day is a good day. It's a good day. We're gonna have a Burger Day someday. Good old Canada Dry. There was a time. No, I think at one point I was basically just handed a big case of ginger ale because someone just was getting. I don't know. Someone had some and they didn't want it anymore, so I just had to become a ginger ale head for a while. That's fine. That's fine. What are we doing? What are we doing tonight? We have 4 enemies to make. One of them is a friggin' boss, so that's gonna be a big one. So we're gonna stick with the easier one. What are we doing? I'm gonna get weird on me, aren't you? You opened a bag of crackers, and now she's watching. Everything but paper robot, yeah! A little early last night. Not a whole lot. Mostly just got Rosie working properly, including powering up. Additionally, I made a slight tweak so that I already had in the game a system where moves could require health. But I had it, if you did not have enough health, I just grayed out the move. You just couldn't use it. Now you can use it. If you want to go for it, you can go for it. I'm not gonna stop you, but you really should think about this before using a move that costs health. So I had to make a tweak to make sure that player/partner Posey. If a player or partner uses a move that kills them instantly because of the cost or because of status effect reasons, I wanted to make sure they wouldn't continue with their attack, because as the system... Did she get in? She got in. Posey got in. Posey, how did you get through the barricade? She crawled under the office chair. Posey, we had that barricade installed for not, there was a reason. There was a reason. All right, Posey, do you need help getting out? This mess you've gotten yourself in. Thanks, Posey. Cool. Love it. Why? Okay. Great. Just cut off the top of my head there. Anyway. suppose he got through the barricade. What was happening was that if the player would get killed by a move, which remember, I had disabled, but now I want you to be able to get killed by a move, they would take the damage, start the dying animation, but because the move was already queued up, it would happen regardless. And you'd wind up with a character that's dead, performing an attack, walking back to their home square, and then just sitting there doing the animation as though they're at low HP, but they wouldn't get a turn. So now they properly just die, and then their turn is over. Which is good. And the reason we needed that is because I, not you guys, me, it was me, I added a status effect. For now, I'm calling it Sparky. It's a sort of electrical status effect that when you have it in play, using a move that costs energy points will damage you. The amount it damages you is based on the potency of the status effect. So it might be you just got a little bit of sparkiness, in which case you might just take 1 damage from using a big move, or it could be like 3, in which case you take 3 damage, which that adds up. But where it really comes into play is we're going to add field effects soon, and one such, basically the very first field effect that you're going to encounter is in Chapter 2, which is Wet Floor. When the battlefield is wet, all electric-based damage is doubled. And so that's going to come up. It's going to be like, it's not huge. It's not huge, but it could be a big deal if you're not careful. Environmental arena effect. Exactly. That's when they're really going to be a threat. You're going to encounter them before the field effect because I want you to get a hang of the status effect. I want you to see what you're up against. And then we're going to recontextualize it in a room with a wet floor. And it's going to be like, oh no, what do we do? So yeah, that's the deal. I'll probably want to add some kind of like sparking effect when you have that. So anyway, that was why I did that. Why I made that change is because I want you to be able to have to think about, ooh, do I have enough HP to use this move? So anyway, Rosie is working. She animate. She cycles through her 3 different moves. That one got changed slightly, so you have to block each of the individual attacks. Yeah, I think it's fine. And then when she gets down to half health, she will charge up. Did I only do 1 damage? Did I block that? I don't even know if I blocked that. That was a block. We also added a new flag for specific moves. A flag called priority. And the idea is that if any move is labeled as priority, it has to be used. So if you have any priority moves, they take precedent over any non-priority moves. So in this case, you get the charge up move, where she gets 1 extra damage for all of her attacks. And also I added a little animation where she gets like 1.2 times scale up because and it has a little elastic tween, and I think that's just fun. That's it. That's the entirety of this. That's the fight. We'll add dialogue, but that will go into a battle script, not into the character's enemy directory entry or any of the moves. That's gonna be its own thing. So tonight, okay, we have two very different enemies that we need to work on. Yeah, she will need special sound effects. I'll probably add a stomping sound effect for when she's running. We need the nice slide whistle. Oh yes, some nice twinkle toe sound effects. That's a good idea. So we have two enemies that we're gonna work on first. I guess we could work on the vine. So 3 enemies. Whoops. Should we put it to a vote? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should probably write these ideas down. All right. Whatever we end up working on is probably going to be the only enemy we work on tonight, because most of these are going to require some new system to be built for our engine to handle it. So let's do a 1 minute poll. Boom, go. So yeah, barricade. The new thing we want is for a cherry bomb attack. We need something where an attack can be queued up for a specific rank, not for a specific target. And that's very weird, but doable. Just not in our current engine. We have to create that. Zap Mushroom means that we need to work on our new field effect, Wet Floor, so that we can take advantage of double electric damage being a threat. The Retracting Vine, its main shtick is that it's going to change between flying and grounded to make Leon particularly useful. I guess if we do that, we need to actually rework Leon's attack to make it actually work that way. All right, Zap Mushroom it is. So we need to draw the art. Oh, let's actually, before I forget, moves, chapter 2 moves. For Rosie. Jump attack, slide whistle. Twirl attack. The classic Twinkle Toes sound effect. Charging attack. The Bull Huff. Good call, good call. Alright. Let's do some art. Zap Mushroom, I think we can probably get that actually working the way we want to. In one night, right? At least the basics of the enemy. It's going to be a stationary mushroom, so we don't really need to deal with attacking as an animation of, like, walking, that is to say. That's not necessary. I'm going to start with an 800 by 800. At least 4 nights. I mean, it's entirely possible. That's the terrifying thing. Let me pull up. Pig is our old standby. for sizing purposes. You can always know how big a pig is. Alright, based on that. Alright, mushroom, huh? So this is going to be slightly bigger than a pig. So let's let's stitch together a pig real quick, just so we can see our pig, our little pig friend here. Okay, great. So a pig, yay tall. Mushroom, not much taller. Something like that. And then also, we've got our concept art for mushroom as being like vaguely, like kind of make it look like a Tesla coil, vaguely, and give him big eyes. So let's see if we can pull that off, huh? It's a nice smooth one there. Okay, looks fine. Okay. Yep. And yet, the eyes of a mushroom never go on the cat. When you're doing a mushroom enemy, eyes always go on the stem. Oh, you know what, though? Hang on, though. We don't want these to be connected like this. We 100% want these to be separate pieces for animation purposes, obviously. Guess we'll give him a little thing there. Okay, 2 pieces so far. Great. He'll have eyes that will look like this. No mouth. Could just be nostrils for all we know. Maybe he's actually, oh gosh, that's horrifying. No, he does not get a mouth. I think that's like pretty good. That's fine. It doesn't need much. Spread cheer. Do not spread cheer. It's a trick. You're not actually spreading cheer. You're just giving Amazon more money. That's their idea of cheer. Let's see. I want it to be kind of, yeah, purpley mushroom. We want purple mushroom. 100% purple mushroom. And then this is going to be more of a, yeah, very traditional mushroom stem color going on here. Okay, get rid of the pig for the background. And then this is already colored. There's nothing. Scaredy Shroom. I do know of Scaredy Shroom. He has a mouth, and he kind of has to have a mouth. because that's where he spews noxious purple goo from. All right, let's paint. Let's paint tonight. Oh, what happened there? Oh, what? No way. Oh, how? Wrong layer, I guess. There we go. Okay, now let's paint tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Nice and shadowy under here. A little bit of back. Get just a little bit of texture all over. But definitely give more of that hearty shadow right under there. Great, 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 great. Looks good. Messy. I love it. Looks so friendly. Oh, but if only you knew. Okay, brush strokes. Brush strokes away. Follow the curvature. Okay, that's fine. Less opaque. That's pretty good. It's got some nice texture to it. Donut. Yeah. Darker. Okay. And then maybe a little bit of a highlight. I guess technically you would have a highlight like here as well. Okay, that's fine. This is an electric mushroom. It's meant to be vaguely a Tesla coil shape. Stick with that. I think it'll look a lot nicer once we get the like a little sparking particle effect going with it. But for that, we're gonna need a separate image. Okay. He gets a separate eye animation for when sparking. And then when hurt, I don't know exactly what happens. But let's also give him a separate eye animation for sleeping. Not that we haven't even decided if sleep's gonna be a thing in this game or not. Clarn, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. Oh, he's super sad now. Hi, I'm Dobbs. It's good to meet you. I'm working on a Paper Mario-like called Paper Robot. It has a demo and everything now. It's like legit. That's how you know you've made it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is 6 enough? Maybe? That's probably good. So we're working on chapter 2 of the game, making some new enemies, making new status effects, the whole 9 yards, the whole mess. It's a good mushroom. He's like a Tesla coil. It's not super obvious without like electric sparks, but we're getting to the electric sparks soon. All right, so let's we're making this in Godot. And so we are going to have this pieced out, little chunks here. And now we're just going to crop just what we need. Save that. Oh, well, gosh, you are in luck. You are in luck, my friend. Let's put that in. Arts, actors. I need a good name. I need a good name for this guy. I'm enjoying it. Honestly, I do like it. How are we gonna do an electrical effect? Like, is that enough, really? If we just do big, chunky... If I just do big, chunky... lightning bolts, that might be all we need. Let's take this. All right, hear me out, hear me out. Take this. We're going to set it to white so that we can modulate it in engine. Yeah, Godot's been really fun. It took a little bit of getting used to at first, but once I got the hang of it, it's really easy to just slap down a game pretty fast. My big thing with where does this go? No, wrong. My big thing that gave me difficulty with Unity, and I don't know if it was just kind of like the tool set I was using to get into Unity or what, but there were just so many gotchas in the process. That's not to say that Godot is faultless. It has its warts as well. But they at least make a little bit more sense to me. They jive a bit. Hey, Tux, welcome in. Tux, you had a good recommendation, I remember, last time. And you will be happy to know... Oh, thank you, Casual. You will be happy to know that we got it. It wasn't that bad at all. So now we have mute on minimize as an option in the settings, and it's gone. So it's user controlled. Because some people, especially when streaming, I think, you want to have it running. So that's going to be in the next version that we release. And I bet there will be some kind of silly thing we find that's like, oh gosh, we got to release a whole new version of the demo for this. So it's not in the Steam playable yet. It's definitely going to be in the actual full release, and it's likely eventually going to filter its way into the demo. Yeah, that was Tux's idea, and honestly, yeah, stellar. It's something games need. I wish more games let you control that, because some games will just do it, and you can't turn it off even if you want to turn it off. Some games don't do it, and it'd be nice to have. I've got a spreadsheet where I keep all of the user feedback. Things like, hey, I wish this was a feature. Hey, I ran into this weird edge case. Water shroom. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, watt, joules, volts, jolts, even. Zap. Man of the word, that's me. Yeah, I know. There should be a pretty wide space for electric puns. Conductive. Here, let's go ahead and start importing this guy. The folder doesn't need to be the actual name of the actor, so that's fine. Internally, he's gonna be Zap Shroom for now. Let's see here. Let's get this guy. Oh, wait. I didn't actually save him as a PNG yet. That is important. Yeah, electric. Oh, Electra. That's a stretch. I get it, but it's a bit of a stretch. There we go. Zap Shroom. Pull this guy in. Good at ideas. And then also we're gonna pull in this bolt that we've got, because we're gonna try and make a particle effect out of that. So that he's constantly zapping out electricity all around the little cap. Oh, thank you for the lizard party. All right, let's make a new actor. So we need to make this based on base actor. Which means it's usually best just to copy an existing base actor, right? Like Pig. Pig is a great one. Oh my gosh, here come the lizards. Thank you for the lizard party. New inherited scene. Actors. Zap Shroom. Actor Shroom. Crash the stream, but no! More lizards. Thank you for the lizards. I wish we could stack them, but I'm using Twitch's built-in alert system, which does not stack. It only queues up. Casual, thank you for the Pib party. Everyone, thank you for the Posy party. Posy, it's you. Posy, look, you're on TV. She's asleep. She's completely knocked out. Probably from her big adventure, squeezing in through the chairs. Oh wait, this doesn't work, does it? No, this doesn't work at all. No, I shouldn't have inherited. I shouldn't have inherited Pig actor. All right, cancel that. Copy Pig actor. Don't inherit it. Because then you can't remove the existing pig. Then you're stuck with a pig. Loving the lizards. There's a whole story around these lizards. It was such a small thing that really just... Everything just went crazy, didn't it? So the idea... We were working on our, Pit of 100 Trials area, which is this little zone here. Which I wanted to add lots of little details and stuff and make it look cool. And then I was like, oh, let's put a lizard in this room. So I added a little lizard. And then chat, take of 100 tries. And then chat, and by chat I mean specifically Willow, was like, wait, where are his toes? And I'm like, Willow, this is like a low poly lizard. We're getting away with like just not having a ton of triangles here. He's just a little
Lizard,
set dressing.
Lizard, lizard, lizard,
Bless you.
lizard, 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 lizard.
Okay. Good. Yes, more. Lizard. But yeah. It's just been lizards ever since. Weird how that happens. Lizard. Anyway.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
All I have to say.
Lizard, lizard.
Welcome
lizard,
in, Raiders.
Lizard, lizard,
Flarn.
lizard.
Thank you for the raid. What are you working on? I want to hear about your project. I saw you were doing game dev. Yeah. And I like to hear about different projects that people are working on. It's fun. Don't damn it, no! What a draw there. All right, so we're gonna have. Oh, jeez, he's huge. Huge, like Xbox. Turn-based. Oh gosh, Posey, you stink. Oh, jeez, is that you, Posey? No, don't come closer. Where are the toes? Turn-based strategy game where you move pieces like chess, essentially. Okay. Turn-based with chess. Okay. Now, is this by virtue of having like different units that have pre-assigned move sets, or more of like I know people love to include deck building aspects, so like a list of moves you have available this turn kind of thing? First time you met another one. We didn't name her that. That was the name she already had when we got her, and it's stuck. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make him about yay big. Oh, jeez. She's really stinking up the place tonight. Oh wait, container, move container down so that we can scale the container. Oh my gosh, another raid. Welcome in, him. Angry pig with whatever. He's this is the Goomba of the game. It's Piggle. I just needed him here for size purposes, but he's ready to leave now. Just tile pieces to essentially build your army up. Put items on the base pawn to create. Oh, that's interesting. Sort of a fusion style system. So is it that you build up each piece individually, or upgrading one upgrades multiple, that kind of stuff? Gosh, there's a lot of cool things you could do with that. That's a fun idea. Imp, how did Rando go tonight? Was it everything we could ever hope for from a Rando? Okay, see, so now when we scale it, it anchors to the bottom there, which is good. A lot of synergy, but they evolve individually. Okay. Pib Extra is a soda or cola brand. The flavor is very similar to the more well-known Dr. Pepper. fun learning. It's good to try something different every once in a while. Very quick seed, frustrating end. So yes, standard rando experience. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Why so big? Scale it down. There we go, like right around there. Around there. It can wobble. No! No, it's not. But like many things here, it just kind of organically became something of great importance. Bit of a pep head. Oh, create in Minecraft? Oh, create is so good. I wish all mods were create. It's so good. It's so good. There he is. This is a very simple enemy sprite. It's the particle effects that's going to screw things up for us a little bit. But that's fine. Yeah, create mod. Man, I could go for some create mod. Someday. Someday. Ooh, I gotta be careful. This isn't messing up the animation player, right? I need to manage animations. I need to make unique. I don't think this is necessary, but I just get freaked out because I don't fully understand how animations are shared. So I'm always like, make it unique on this actor. Just to be sure. Multiplayer Minecraft Create server. We already did that once or twice. Oh, yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Wario's Warehouse, aka Casual, is the one that made the music for the game. I'd say like 80% of the music. Yes, well, sort of. Not an add-on for Create. I guess it was more of a mod pack that included Create, but it expanded on Create somewhat. But it wasn't a full-on add-on for Create. I did the Above and Beyond mod pack, which I don't think... So that's one that was compiled by the Create dev team. That's what I understand. And I don't think they did a great job on it, honestly, because there are multiple items in the game in the mod pack that do nothing. Like, that's not just like they're useless. I mean, no, they literally have nothing you can use them on. They're not even byproducts of any process that you have to get rid of. They're just part of some other mod pack, and they didn't bother to do anything with them. It felt silly. It's fine, but I wish it was a little bit better. But on the whole, I had a lot of fun with it. It kind of was kind of a Factorio-like experience. Different, but there was a bit of that DNA, which is hilarious. It's the mod based on a game, based on a Minecraft mod. So now someone needs to make a Factorio mod themed around the Create mod so that we can go beyond Full Circle. Okay, let's place that. Oh, you've talked me into it. It is on sale, after all. Oh, fine, let's finish our Silk Song run. Ender's Cataclysm. I did get a notification today that it's on sale. Let me take a look. Let's see. Satisfactory. 30% off. That doesn't feel like enough. Boss Edition mod. I've never been a fan of like combat in Minecraft. All right, here we go. We're gonna start animating this guy. I think he does need like a... let's do... Never done this before. Let's do a CPU... No, a GPU particle 2D. I usually do 3D. So this is gonna be very different. Yeah, how does this work? We take our bolt, set that as texture. Any flags available for that? No, but we can do that. I wish there was some way to apply color to the texture like you can with 3D particles. Okay, accelerations, no gravity. Radial acceleration. Yes. Spawn point, position, sphere surface. It's fine, I guess. Seems a little weird, but okay. Great. Actually, let's turn this off so that I can get a better feel for the location of the particle effect generation. Great. Nope. Enjoy the lurk. And thank you again for the raid. Right around there, and then scale it a little more. Little more. That's probably good. Okay, so now it's gonna spawn that. We do this. That's not what I intended, but it could work. Huh. Guess that's okay. What else can we do here? So that's position, angle, velocity. It's fine. Particle flags. Disable Z. Yeah, disable Z. I want the size of this. There's just not as many. Here we go. Here we go. Scale. Now that's just the initial size, though. Scale over velocity is probably what we want. For that, don't we have to turn on some kind of flag on the texture normally? But that's not available here. Bzz, bzz. Hi, Mr. Mike. 100? Oh, here we go. That's something. Things are happening. Change this curve. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Huh. I mean, that's fine. Dobbs doing okay. Dobbs doing okay. Oh, here we go. Hue variation. That's what we want. Ooh, nope, too much. Oh, I see. We're just going a little bit too far, huh? Yeah, a little bit of variety there. Just a smidgen of variety. Divide that by 2 yet again. There we go. That's looking... Well, now multiply it by 1.5. You know what? I get you. I'm right there with you. See, I wish I could rotate these away from... It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to spawn it with a slightly randomized angle. Okay, hang on now. Oh, well that's not what I expected to happen here. I was expecting this to be more the spawn, because this is under spawn angle, so I would expect that to be, here's what the initial spawn is. It's fine. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's fine. It's fine. Can I make these like smaller maybe? Or maybe more varied in size. That's looking a little bit better, actually. And now for the spawn position. Let's scale that. That looks good. That looks good. I'm satisfied with that. It's a little bit more subtle. It needs to be parented to the cap. And also now our animations can actually control the amount, so that as he's getting ready to do an attack, we can bump it up and then bring it back down. Oh, but that's weird. That does actually, what if I do this? Versus, okay, I think, yeah, that's what we're gonna mess with to control how much spark, the lifetime. If we slow it down to like 10 seconds, then it's very infrequent. And if we speed it up, well, it doesn't have much time for the animation to play. But yeah, that works. So maybe a nice 2 seconds at first. Thank you for the wizards. All right, save. Check in our code before we mess with something. Blink the animation to the lifetime. Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere. Animation player. Connect to animation canvas. And yeah, what's his animation gonna be? It's gonna be that he bobs. Let's give him a little rotation and a little bit of scale. Just a nice little bob back and forth. I kind of want the cap to be tied to the body container, I guess, just to get the rotation aligned. I know that song. Okay. Duplicate, duplicate. Here we go. Let's have him bob around a bit. Great. Okay. Looks super, super cool. Okay, slow down, buddy. That's a little much. Bring it in. Let's slow that animation down a bit. I think we need to slow that animation down a bit. A little bit of like... Yeah, that's fine. It's good, it's good. Yes, the eagle-eyed viewers will note that the eyes are not tied to the body yet. No, we haven't even really started. I've got the basic system in place, and we're gonna do some cool stuff with it. That's not gonna be just the way the TTYD pit works. It's going to be much more replayable, but I'm not sure if that would be its own separate mode, or otherwise there just needs to be some kind of reward in-game. But I've got a system already built where I can define pools of enemies that you can face off against. It's going to have roguelike elements. It will have roguelike elements. There's a very good TTYD mod out there called there's Infinite Pit, which basically makes the pit into a roguelike system where you get not just like, you know, a badge every 10 floors. You get things like a crystal star or a partner or something like that. Like big stuff. This rock is like a little bit too much. That's probably okay. But I want to incorporate some of that. All right, that's idle. Hurt animation. Yeah, that's kind of why I think there should be a separate mode for that style of play. Because otherwise it would get very... I feel like it would be easy for me to accidentally break somebody's save file if I'm doing that kind of manipulation. I feel like it makes more sense to have a separate save file for the roguelike variety. So I'm thinking what it'll probably be is like once you complete the normal mode in a story mode file, then that will unlock a quick play from the start menu. Yeah. Ah, haha. As a free up. Now that's a fun idea. If it's totally separate. Yeah, something like, so, let's see. Yeah, basically got home. I mean, basically, yeah. Because the bosses, if I can get it working properly, could make appearances as like, oh, you hit floor 30, time for a boss. I already have it set up that every 5 floors you get like a mini boss, which is just a buffed normal enemy who can summon regular enemies. Yeah, that could help with the release schedule, is have that set up, have a big major content patch, and have it read in if you have a save file that has already completed the game, then unlock it at the start menu instead of like set a flag when you do a thing in game. Just check the flag when you load the game. And Bug Fables did a good thing and actually made kind of like cheat codes for accessing harder variants of the game when you name your file in Bug Fables. I don't know why that's still a thing, but whatever. You name your file, and if you give it a specific name, it does a challenge mode, such as a randomizer shuffler, some for funsy stuff, some other things, that kind of thing. All right. Idle, or no, hurt animation will be rotation and scale. Also, eyes region rect. Whoa. Go. Which we already set that up to be in increments of 60. That's the sleepy one. That's the poisoned. There we go. Naming the file. Man, whatever happened to that? Nope. Wait, hang on. Wait. Weren't you under... You were nested under body, weren't you? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, rotation. Give it the classic wobble. Let's do 0.4. Let's also give the cap a little bit of secondary wobbling. Oh, yeah, look at that. Whoa. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, shoot. I see what's going on here. Not supposed to mess with body rotation. Not ever supposed to mess with body rotation. It should be body container rotation. So get rid of this. -10, -15. Get rid of that. -10. Okay. Is that gonna look okay? Well, we'll figure it out. That looks okay in the sub viewport. It's fine for now. We can do a little bit of scale wobble as well. A little scale wobble can be fun, right? Oh yeah, this guy's having a bad time now. Yeah, I liked it this way. Great. Uh-oh, something's not resetting properly. It's the body rotation, yay! How is this body container rotation? And then reset. Okay, we're good. We're actually good. All right, that's hurt, idle, jump. There shouldn't be any jumping going on, but just in case there is, let's be prepared for that. No, that's not how we jump. That's not what we look like when we're jumping. We'll look like that. We will scale body ever so slightly. Sure. Maybe even... There. Okay. So there's our jump animation that we're never going to use. Sleep animation. Easy. Scale the body container. Eyes region bump up by 60. Yep. Cap gets a rotation. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Body container can also get a slight rotation, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. So this is always... It's adorable. And then body container scaling, we can just kind of like have a slow drift. 0.8 is too much. There we go. All right, that looks great. Sleep, tired. Cap rotation. Give me 15 degrees. Great. Eyes, rectangle. Give me 20. Overall body container scale. Thank you, Cammy. No, you don't. You definitely should not touch it. Change to cubic. Looks great. Yeah, all right, that'll be fine. And then walk. Walk can just be the same as the idle animation, but faster. This thing is not meant to walk, but I want the animation to exist in case the code ever needs to call upon it to do so. Hello, Willow. Do that, and then around there, and just say it's a 1 second animation. There we go. That's the walking animation now. All right. He's gonna need some attack-specific stuff as well. So I think this guy's gonna have 2 major attacks. One is inflicting a status effect. Yeah, he'll do a little scrunch. One of them is gonna inflict a status effect. The other one is just gonna straight up just hit you with electricity to damage you. It's as simple as that. We'll figure out how that's gonna work. So he's gonna need like a charge up and then a firing his laser. How are these 2 animations gonna be visually distinct, or is it just gonna be by? I think they should have different animations. So in one of them, maybe he stretches up tall, and the other one he kind of scrunches down low. Yeah, something like that. Oh, it's GQ! Yay! It was Halo tonight, wasn't it? Betty White raid. An invasion. Love a good invasion. Look at this little guy. A mix of demos, and Betty White was involved. All right. So let's do we're gonna have an animation called Scrunch. Love a good scrunch. You have to watch that part of the playback. I'll have to catch it in syndication. What this would look like. Okay, that, but also the cap needs to scale appropriately as well to counteract that. Well, I hope it was a good time for everybody. We'll do this. We'll make it kind of wobble a bit at the end. How does that look? Not great. Needs to be faster, snappier. I need snappiness. Oh my gosh, was he raging? Impossible. See, you don't like this. Okay, maybe we counteract the 1.4 with a slight squishage. No. Don't love it. Jeez, what's that? It's the new emote. Fly through my ring, Superman. Then there's no time to waste. Yeah, I think this is fine for the charge up. The scrunch. This is some decent scrunchage. We're going to duplicate this for stretch. But we're going to invert it. So 0.8, 1.2. Great. But also, we need to adjust the time lifespan, which is going to bump up or bump down to like 0.3. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. So by the start of that, go to 0.3. Let's scrunch. There we go. Two similar but distinct animations. Give him a little bounce for the stretch. Let's see the stretch. Oh yeah, I guess he does need a little bit of something there. Yeah, where he comes back down just a smidgen. It's right here. So that'd be like this. But then I need it to latch. Let's see if that'll hold. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then back to scrunch. Get some good scrunchage. So like right around here, to here, to here. That'll work. He's a very squishy thing. And very zappy. I want to put him in a soup, a delicious soup. All right, we still need to come up with a name for this thing. What is it? It's electric. It's a mushroom. Okay, Volt. All right, let's. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got Volt, Jolt, Zap, Joule, Watt, Tesla, Coil, Electric, Bolt. Well, that's a lot right there. The whole Ult family. Conductive, Spark, Amp. Amp is good. All right, and then on the mushroom side, we've got Mush, we've got Fungus. Ooh, Shock. Let's add Shock. Good call. That might lead to something. Shock Stalk. That kind of works. It kind of catches in your mouth in an awkward way, like chalk. I don't know. I can't explain it any clearer than that. I mean, that is what we do on 7 stream streaks. Can you imagine if we put in a picture of D bouncing back and forth? All right, let's be responsible here. Unless... Wait, I'm gonna check something real quick. Just want to check something real quick. I can be trusted with computers. Let's see here. Just want to check something. Oh, this is the one. This is the one I want. One bad idea. One bad idea. Let's see how bad this is. How bad is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 14 images. Just 14 images? Now the problem is, it would be a single picture of D slapped on Bolette. Where did Bolette come from? You just holding Bolette in your pocket? Static is good. We'll add static to our potential list of words to compress. Zapcap. Shoot. Al, you know what? That might be it. That might be it. I think it's a Zapcap. It got burned with bad. I think Zapcap is primo goodo. I think it's a Zapcap. What if you could use the internet for evil? Ah, brilliant. I'm going to give Zapcap a decent chunk of HP, I think. Let's say 6? Because this is like the dungeon 1 enemy. So true, so true. All right. Now, here's the dumb thing. We need a picture of D. This is very important. This is very important. All right. Now wait. Should it be D's? Should it be her avatar, or her actual face, her actual physical, tangible face? Theoretically less evil. Something we strive for, isn't it? Let's see. Okay. We need to grab recent broadcasts. I love when things are theoretically less evil. Why don't you ever go big screen? So I get a really big close-up. Starting soon screen has too much noise. All right, hold on. Talk. I need it lit up. Talk, D. Oh, there we go. Okay, here. Now I need the timeline to get out of the way. Wait for it. Got it. Okay, perfect. The perfect image. This is a good use of our time. This is a good use of our time. All right. Take this folder. Very important. Very normal thing. Open all of these images with Photoshop. Why is that not an option? Okay. As a treat, open all of these with Photoshop. Great, yep. All right, this is what we're gonna be doing for a bit. No, feather that a little bit more. Much better, much cleaner. Maybe a little bit firmer. There we go. This is good, actually. Yes. All right. Here we go. No, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Image mode. Indexed color. No, thank you. Change that to RGB, please. Percent. 300%. Perfect. This is a good use of our time. horns following? Hornet horns follow? I think so. I think so, chat. This is a good use of our time. Oh, thank you, GQ. All right, let's see here. This is frame 13. Do not save the original. Right. RGB color. Frame 12. Do not save that. RGB color. Never gonna know about this. It's just, this is just, we're, everything, it's just dumb bits upon dumb bits. We are a foundation of dumb bits here. What are we doing? Everything we do is because it's a dumb bit. And because it would kind of be slightly a little bit funny. Great, cool. So dumb. I'm not going to be able to explain this to anyone. It's hard enough explaining the lizards. Alright, there's 5 more of these. We're getting faster though. And you know what? This is just, I'm sort of repaying my debt here to the universe because I used my powers to make D add a 1% opacity Hornet GIF stretching across her entire stream. So it only makes sense that the same sort of thing would happen to me. Yeah, this is frame by frame. And then we're just gonna re-upload it to the GIF maker, because of course we are. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Uploading files. delay is mostly 4 frames. Whitehorn's just stick it out. Yeah, we're not going to bother. Cannot be bothered. Let's see here. Delay needs to be mostly 4 frames, except this one is 5 frames. This one is 5 frames, and this one's apparently 10 frames. Don't stack frames. Make GIF. How's that work? There it goes. Jeez. Can't believe I've done this. Alright. Chat. Let's clean up a little bit of the layout here. Alright. Properties. Great. It's true. I mean, I'm no stranger to doing dumb things for a quick joke. Like, I wonder if this even still works. What is the chance? Wait, because it would probably go off of this scene as the basis. This is my like Dupu. Say something. Introduce yourself. Say that you're here. Tell me you're here. And then I put. Can we? Do you remember that? Do you remember that dumb bit? Do you remember that? Get out of here. It was a good bit. No one's gonna. A lot of people that are here we're not even part of this community for that video. They may not even know what video game that is. Germto, thank you for the bit. Happy birthday, Dupu. Can we get slightly more opacity? No. Absolutely not. Oh, man. Jeez. It's a dumb bit. Oh, man. How's everybody doing? I like to have fun here, yada yada. I did so much dumb stuff because I thought it would be funny. We got the lizard party and the pib party. Posy party was just like, well, we may as well at this point. I did full on like intro animation, like a theme song and everything for Dobbs Quest. What was that about? Why did I do that? So I thought, wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny if we had a whole massive, really complex introduction scene for a D&D game? Creating stuff is cool and good. A blessing and a curse. Okay. Right. For now, Zapcap will be 2 damage, 6 HP. And it needs a move. It needs 2 moves. Oh, jeez. So dumb. So dumb. All right. What are our 2 moves? Let's use this as our basic. We have Bolt Strike and Spark Up. Sure. You never see these names, but I'm going to have it anyway because maybe that makes sense. Can apply to an enemy. The status effect one can apply to the entire team. And it's not going to do any damage. Or should it? Mod abuse! Mod abuse! Oh, I need my gloves. My torso is hot, but my hands are cold. Such is life. This is just what you get in a legendary stream. You made Dove addicted to football. John Madden? A-I-O-U, A-I-O-U, A-I-O-U? Oh no, Dove. That is a thing. That is a thing. Maybe it could do 1 damage. No. I think they're going to be dangerous enough as is. Well, no. The idea is that when you get to that 1 fight, they're going to be spitting out 4 damage at a time. But normally they're just spitting out 2 damage per turn. That's not that bad. So yeah, let's allow this to do 1 damage. Base 1 damage. You don't need to move them. We do need to play their animation, Scrunch. It's a 3-second animation. So we're going to change their animation to Scrunch. And this one's going to change to Stretch. And then back to idle at the end of that amount of time, whatever that is. 3 seconds. So do that. 3-second wait. Yeah, me too. Some kind of sound effect. And then you do the damage. And then we also need to trigger the status effect. What's another one? The Piggles. The Wallows. Do status effect stuck. Here we go. For each target. Let's see here. That's weird, but okay. Oh, no, it's not weird. Well, yes, it is weird. Q hurt actions multi. That's the one. Target source, yeah. So let's see. Potency. Or number of flips. Let's say up to 3. Status effect, Sparky. The intentional you. Discord. All right, so that's that one. The other one is gonna be similar, except it's just going to Q hurt action 1 for standard damage. Oh, and I need to include that it's a type. Types. Where are my battle notes? Electric. Yeah, this is right here. Types electric. There we go. It's electric damage. Wait 1 second after it, and then proceed. Dooms works. Okay, we've got the 2 moves. Great. Now, the nice thing about the status effect one is that it's additionally tricky because it's area of effect damage. So it's like no matter what they're doing, they're spitting out damage at you. So they can be kind of dangerous, especially in large numbers. All right, I think this guy's done. Let's see him in action. Let's see how screwed up he is. Give me 2 of them. Let's fight 2 of the Zap Caps. All right, there's one thing I forgot. There we go. Oh, he's probably gonna be weirdly corrupt. Here's D. You guys are not really dancing right now. No dance? No dancey dance? Oh, it's doing the dumb thing. Hang on. We have to open this and edit it, which is scary. It's using the wrong path to the nodes. I've never found out why it does this sometimes, but fine. We'll fix it. I think that will work. Reload. Yeah, he's shaved off the end there. We need to fix that. Fine. How about stretch? Does he get too tall? Yep, he sure does. All right, so that means this also needs to be there. Okay, much better. now we're probably good. Close this file. Do not resave. Here we go. Let's see our new enemy. Oh, look at him. Precious. Arms are cold. I completely missed seeing text-to-speech. Did it just get... I don't know what happened. All right. Let's smack him. Nice. That's impossible to defend against currently. We're not done, is basically the idea. We're not done. We need... I guess we can do an audio cue. I think it's audio cue, but also a visual effect. No, it works the same as it always has. That's something I've never had to change. So we could do the lightning ball. This guy right here. Do it as a projectile. Do that for the spark, as it lands and does something. I don't know what exactly. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to our championship moves. Okay, for the spark. That static discharge. And so we need to grab one of these. Path, create sprite. Sprite holder. There we go. So let's move to enemy directory and temporarily remove Bolt Strike, so that we can just focus on this one. So let's say that it goes for 2 seconds, then we create the object, and then we launch it. Now it doesn't have... Does it have velocity? No, it doesn't have downward velocity. So we need to cheat it effectively. We've got a great example. Yeah, here we go. Move towards target There's 2 targets. So take our first target here. Airtime equals 1 second. Do half of airtime here. And then do 1,000 times airtime here. So this is a nice way to cheat this here. Also, let's scale. How big is the electric discharge object normally? It's unscaled. That's perfect. And we could also... No, we can't. On its own, it's not a geometry node. Okay, that's fine. So instead, what we'll do is we will do a quick scaling. Ease in speeds up towards the end. So we're going to do scale towards vector 3 triplet size. Over the fall. Okay, let's see if this makes it look a little bit more obvious. Oh, and I need to actually delete it too. Ooh, nope, that didn't work out. Also, cool coins you got there. Yeah, the scaling, not great. Not great. Don't do the scaling for now. Do the hurt action, and then also maybe wait like a little bit after the damage before we trigger the status effect. It's still, oh, because it's the thing. First off, I think this is using the wrong index. Yeah, the static discharge is already set to animate. It's got its own animation going on. So what we want to do is actually duplicate this and just call it Zap Ball. And we're going to move Zap Ball into scenes, battle, effects. Effects? Yeah, well, attacks maybe? Oh, yes. Oh, wait, what is this? What was this for? Whose is this? I don't even remember what this is for. Cool. Sorry, what is Electric Zap for? Who is using Electric Zap? Come clean. Oh, okay. That's for if you start a battle. If an enemy starts a battle hit by the supercharge, the little electrical discharge, you can zap an enemy before the round starts, and then they get hit with that. Right. Okay, so now we're going to use this, and that is going to use this. Electric charge is going to be different, though. It's not going to have an animation player. It's not going to have a script attached to it. It's not going to have an area 3D. In fact, this is going to be the root. Oh, shoot. Wait, no. This is the wrong thing. Where's my zap ball? This is zap ball. Okay. This is the one. Zap ball. Done. Okay. And it failed. Null instance. What was this right path? Just the word electric zap. It was, in fact, just the word electric zap. Okay, that is not the path. That is not the path to the file. And... That's... almost... No, it needs to hit when it lands. So position to 0.5 is good. So I need to wait an additional blob here for it to land. And then after that, I can have it just zip down through the air. And then I can delete the sprites, the excess sprites that we've got. Okay. And that way we're not building up more and more. I saw D. Okay, let's change it that you can't use that move unless it's the same as this. Only allowed if the enemy does not already have that status effect. Boom, done. So if the enemy, or if the player, the party, already has the Sparky status effect, don't trigger this attack that tries to reapply it. No reason to. Okay, that move is now actually done. There is a lightning bolt in the introduction cinematic. But it is a polygon. It's a CSG polygon instead of a sprite. Doesn't mean it's impossible to use. It's still usable. It could still be used. You know, it could still happen. Let's go to the intro cinematic. Don't touch anything. All right, initial cinematic. Lightning right there. Has its own little animation for striking. That's not bad, honestly. That's a decent little little animation. Why not? So what's the dealio then? Okay, let's save that as a scene. Nope. Attacks. Lightning. Sure. Okay. And now, because we have lightning as a little zappy doo. Ooh. I see. I feel like I should go back to the charging room. Yeah, okay. Okay. This way up. Okay. Well, no, hang on. I should do this. Yeah, that's fine. That works. It's got a cool glow. It's got an automatic animation. Oh, that's the reset animation. Oh. Huh. Well, why is it upside down? Wait, what? Transform. What? What? Huh? What? That's fine there because the container has it flipped upside down. Why is that necessary? Okay. Cool. That just seems silly. That's all. I don't know why I did it that way. It's really silly. I feel like I need to correct this. Make scene root. Okay, yep. Sure, we can do that. That's fine. There we go. But now we do need to fix this because it's going to be upside down. This is silly. Why is it the way it is? There we go. Fixed. And then I do need to actually turn it off the way it was. Is that how it was? Oh no, now I don't know. Let's see. Charging room. Oh geez, now I don't know. Fine. Let it play, I guess. But fast. It happens early in the cinematic. Okay, that looks fine. Great. All right, we're done with that. We now have lightning as this right here. So we're going to path lightning. Ow. So it's gonna stretch up. There'll be like a little sound effect warning, and then it's gonna hit ya. It's gonna hit you hard. Then we're gonna wait 1 second, and then we're gonna delete the sprite. Where's our thunder? Where's a good thunder sound effect? Too distant. Oh, thunder crack is the one. Okay, okay. Okay, looks good. So now let's do just this move and see if that works. Battle. Okay, that's not the right spot. So let's jot that one down. I think that's fine. But yeah, definitely some kind of audio cue. Like a krakow. Krakow. Just something you have to learn. It's just timing you have to learn. And that makes the move kind of dangerous. Like, it's not obvious when it's coming. Oh gosh, there was a chapter 4 enemy in TTYD that was similarly like you just have to get the timing from the sound and just memorize it. And it made the enemy very dangerous, and you kind of learned to treat it with respect. It's like, just don't rush into a fight like that. There we go. It's functional. They've got 2 moves now. Zap Cap. Done. We have the status effect. We do not have... field status effect. So how are those gonna work? We're not gonna get that started tonight. There's that might be an off. I saw D again. That might just be an off-stream thing. Yeah. We'll come up with some ideas. Okay. So the questions to consider. First off, we're probably going to give it a different name than field status effect because I want to distinguish it a little bit. But it's a similar idea. It's like the rules are different in this fight. So let's see here. Wet. When the field is wet. All right. First off, there can be more than one field status effect in play at once, I believe. Can there? Yes. There's just special rules in play for the battle. Do they last? Do they ever clear up? Can they be added? Or are they basically environmental hazards? Arena modifiers. I need to make sure I draw attention to them properly, not just the first time, but anytime you're in a battle with some kind of modifier like that, it needs to be front and center, you know, alert, alert, special rules in play. So we'll do, I want to say it will probably be, it's not something that gets added. Yeah, I don't think that's what we should do. It's going to be something that's in play from the start of the fight. Ugh. Okay, field status effect. In play for the entire fight. Never starts halfway in. Should I allow it to start halfway in, though? Never clears up. Never ends before fight ends. Maybe starts halfway through for some boss fights. I could see that happen. Like the arena is changing. Well, I guess if that's the case, in normal situations, it doesn't clear up over time. Not there for a certain number of turns. That is. Some examples. Wet floor. Double electric damage. Another one that I have in mind for Chapter 5 that I'm not going to go into detail yet because I think it's kind of fun and interesting. What else could be a field status effect? I mean, we could have field status effects that all they do is force a different status effect on you. So let's say sticky floor applies stuck effect every turn, so that we could have like the stuck in the mud effect that you get in chapter 1, we could have an arena that is just drenched in mud, but you don't fight an enemy that applies that status effect. It's just by nature fighting in that arena, you are stuck with that status effect. So that kind of idea there. Any ideas we can rip off from Dabble Worlds? Prior games that we have made. Because that had bouncy terrain. Yeah, I think the most common thing will just be something that applies a status effect constantly. This will be a whole thing, won't it? Where are we gonna put this? Like, UI-wise, where does this go? Or does it need to... yeah, it needs to be somewhere. But like regular status effects, they stick to the enemy. There's not a lot of real estate for extra little tidbit. I mean, maybe like a little card at the bottom that indicates... That might be how we do it, is a little card at the bottom. Maybe do it kind of like a paper tab, because, you know, paper. You know, not to get too literal with the medium, but I think maybe something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. For paper reasons. Yeah, that might be a good place to put it. Because the bottom right is going to be reserved for heads-up display about the targeted enemy. Or maybe it needs to go down here. Somewhere. I gotta watch out for this interface here. Okay, these are ideas. So we do need a displayed. It's just icons? Like, I guess that's what we do with this. It's just kind of all right. I do want to have this effect business be listed. Like visually apparent. It's like, hey, watch out, this is a thing that's happening that is different for reason. Okay, why is it important that it's not just a status effect that gets applied when the battle starts? Because you could swap your partner out. Enemies could be summoned, like, through lots of different ways. Like, you could, you know, I could add a scarecrow, an enemy could summon more minions. And so the rules don't need to be tied to the unit's list of status effects. It needs to be something that is separate and more overarching than that, hence a field effect, an arena effect. I think that's the way to go, right? I'm just worried that I'm going to be overloading. I'm going to be throwing too many rules. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just a text pop-up when the battle starts. Like, hey, heads up. Wet floor. Electric damage is doubled. And that's it. And then the pop-up goes away, and you just left like, whoa, what? Oh no! And you just gotta run with it. And if you forget, that's on you. So maybe displayed when effect begins, usually the start of the battle, as text alert. Similarly, I should probably do that for the "you are not allowed to run away from this fight" alert. That would also be a good one. All right, I think that's the way to go. Yeah, I'm down with that. All right, let's go raid. So I can go to bed. Who we gonna raid? Who's online that we like? Dobbs news. What? All the latest Dobbs news. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. What are you programming in? I don't know what that is. Man, I really need to meet some new people again. Man, I hate meeting new people. Ugh. Oh, stink. Oxeye Daisy. Shoulda known. Doesn't have to be game dev. Let's see what else is going on tonight. What else are people doing? You know what would be kind of nice? Well, it's probably pointless. Filters. Like filter by range of viewer number. Choose multiple categories or tags at once. I think there could be something to that. Good old J Blow. Just let me play your game, Jonathan Blow. Germ Dev has words for J Blow. I'm just scrolling the infinite scroll of the Twitch recommended channels, and oh, I've got a no. We could go see Ish. I mean, Photon's on. That's a safe bet. I don't want to meet people. You know what I mean? Liari's online with Cross. Oh, you know what? Yeah. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Liari 77. Right? 77? That's the one. Let me get out of ads. Pre-rolls? Wait, no. Wait, hang on. No. I saw night everyone in the chat. Wait, is she on? Wow. Can't keep up. Can't keep up with what's going on here. I'm waiting for the ad to end so I can actually see what is happening here. So I need to make sure that she's not about to in stream. But that'll be good. That'll be good. All right, here we go.
There they are. Phew. I need to readjust the screen
Are you?
to the right place.
This penguin's happening, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more cluing.
Okay. Yes. Okay. She's so cool. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Cool. Let's do it. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. We got some very devious stuff done tonight. We have planted a seed that someday will be reaped, repped. Oh, thanks, Tux. Everyone have a good night. I'll be back Wednesday for more stream. So I will see you then. Bye.